Welcome to Full Sail News Network, your source for the latest and greatest in entertainment news. I'm Trey Tolbert.
And I'm Mr. Yoshi. Today we have a very special broadcast for you all on stage lighting.
We're going to be taking a look at the history of stage lighting and how it has changed over the last few centuries, and some of the more recent advancements in the 20th and 21st century that have completely changed the lighting game altogether.
So let's take it to our first correspondent, Ashley. Ashley, what were some of the earliest forms of stage lighting that existed?
Stage lighting first began very primitively, with the use of candles and chandeliers being the main ways of illuminating a theater. In 1545, Sebastian Cirillo put different solutions in glass bottles and put them in front of the candles to stimulate colored lighting. While this was very impractical for theater purposes, it paved the way for the future of color lighting. However, there were many problems with the first candle chandelier that were being used in the theaters. The candles were very difficult to replace, had very limited life, and wax would often drip down on the performers and audience. A new method of stage lighting was clearly needed. That's all for now. Back to you at Full Sail News.
Thanks, Ashley. I hope you all learned something, America.
Now let's send it over to our other correspondent, John. Hey John, how did theaters change their lighting technology in the 18th and 19th century with the advent of newer technologies such as gas and oil lamps?
After candlelight became obsolete and with Amy Argand's invention of the oil lamp, theaters around the world started implementing gas and oil lamps inside their theaters. In 1816, the Chestnut Theater in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania was the first theater in the world to incorporate gas lighting right here in the United States. By 1840, gas lighting control panels were established that could control the brightness and intensity of the gas lamps. These were two important advancements in the progression of theater lighting. Gas lighting was a great invention, except that the immense heat and smell given off by the burning flames was sometimes too much for the audience to handle. The audience would be deprived of oxygen and the theater would get extremely hot. It wouldn't be until Thomas Edison came along with a revolutionary new technology that would change the world of theater forever. Back to you, Trey, at Full Sail Studios.
Thanks, John.
So, what was this revolutionary new technology that changed the world of theater and the modern world as we know it?
Well, luckily, we've got an interview today with the founder of the modern carbon filament light bulb, Mr. Thomas A. Edison. Welcome to the studio, Mr. Edison.
All right.
Thank you, John and Trey, for letting me use your time machine to bring me back here for this interview today here.
So, Mr. Edison, what was your major contribution to the world of lighting?
Well, essentially, me and my homeboy, Joe Swan, created the first commercially viable modern electric light bulb. Yeah, that's a hard name to say. We basically set the stage, pun intended, for modern stage lighting, as you all know. Without us, you wouldn't have anything that you have here today, and gas lamps would still be stinking up your theaters in the 21st century.
How about any other contemporaries that influenced the modern lighting as we know it?
Well, there was my colleague, Louis Hartmann, who in 1904 invented the modern electric spotlight, which replaced the old calcium limelight lamps and arc lamps. Then a little after my time came, a man by the name of Nick Holowas Jr., who created the first LED light, which would once again change the world of lighting forever.
Well, thanks, Mr. Edison, for coming down and talking with us today. Safe travels back to your grave in New Jersey in 1931.
No problem, guys. Thanks for having me here. It's all a day of work.
Well, now that we have some background information on modern electric lights, let's hear from our final correspondent, Diana, about some of the newest lighting technology that's being used in the industry today. Diana?
Thanks, Trey. Some of the latest and greatest stage lighting technologies being used around the world today can thank Thomas Edison for pioneering the field of electric lighting. Now we have things like moving headlamps, moonflowers, various LED lamps such as LED screens and LED light bars, centerpiece lights, DJ globes, and tons of lasers. Well, that's all I have for you guys. Back to you, Trey and John in the studio.
Thanks, Diana, for your insight.
That's all we have time for today. This has been a presentation of Full Sail News Network.
I'm Trey. And I'm Yoshi. Thanks for watching. Good night, America. Thanks, Diana, for your insight.
That's all we have time for today. This has been a presentation of Full Sail News Network. My sunglasses broke. I gotta do it again.
Keep going.
I'm Trey. And I'm Yoshi. Thanks for watching.
I'm Thomas.
Good night, America.
Hey John, how did theaters change their lighting technology in the 18th and 19th century?
Slow down. You got that, man.
You're right.
Just like,
Slow down.
Yeah. Slow as you can go.
Try this again.
Slow.
Dude, that's what I learned from doing my podcast. I was trying to read it so fast the whole time, and I just slowed it down, like, and then even like when I thought I was slowing it down, when I played it back, I was still actually speaking pretty fast. You know?
Gotta go slow.
Yeah.
You hear that, America? Slow.